Okay, good morning vlog. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog today for Saturday. Hey, focus. It's not focusing. Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, but first I gotta bathe the kids.
The eat also what?
I'm gonna fold first. I'm gonna go ahead and read. I am reading Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Pelt. I read 3 chapters last night. Chapters are pretty short. Already loving this because it's being narrated by an octopus. Okay? You cannot go wrong with an octopus. And I love how the octopus is like so, intelligent. And we're also following the perspective of the cleaning lady at the aquarium. Her name is Tova. It's the first time I've heard of that name. So far so good. Also love the cover. I am using these colored tabs for it and I think it matches pretty well. Yeah. So, okay. It's 11:30 and I am okay, you're sleeping. I'm eating some cracklings and I'm about to continue reading Remarkably Bright Creatures. And the octopus, okay, is very intelligent, and the way that he narrates his story is so just adorable. It's somewhat, okay, this octopus somewhat reminds me of the character in The Martian by Andy Weir. Wrong. No, I meant Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So there's an alien there. The feeling of endearment that I felt for that character in Project Hail Mary, I am feeling it for this octopus. And his chapters start with, it says here, day 1299 of my captivity. And then he reveals that he's been there since he was a juvenile. And the average lifespan of an octopus is 1,460 days. That's 4 years. And so basically he has like 160 days left. And he's just upset because all his life he has lived in this aquarium. And so we have Marcellus. That's the name of the octopus. And then we also have Tova, like I said, the cleaning lady. At first, you would think she's just, like a basic cleaning lady. But there's something that happened in her life, which is actually not a secret because it's in the back cover blurb. She has lost her son. Like, she didn't know exactly. Her son, like, just disappeared when he was 18 at sea. Okay, people are speculating that he had offed himself, like purposefully jumped overboard from his boat and killed himself. But Tova doesn't think that's what really happened. Okay. And I am not in that part yet, but the back cover promises that this octopus, okay, is going to help the cleaning lady finally get closure from what happened with her son. And I am not sure how that's gonna happen because Marcellus is narrating his story, but he can't really speak English. I knew it. This guy from the grocery store has a crush on her.
Wait, why is it?
Wanna ride? Wanna ride? Right here. Here, over here. Can you ride like this? Yeah. Hi, so it's Monday night. I did not vlog the whole day, but I would like to talk about... Okay, so first of all, update on Remarkably Bright Creatures. I am 122 pages in. I would say like 30% of the book. And there are multiple characters. So we have the cleaning lady. There's also this one boy. Well, he's not a boy. He's 30 years old. But he sounds like a teenager to me. But yeah, he's very smart. But he cannot hold down a job. And, okay, he was left by his mom because she's a druggie. And he has literally nothing now. And he figured that maybe he can go find his father and perhaps shake him down for some money. But, you know, you get that sense that he's just doing this because he doesn't have money and not because he's bad. Like he has no choice, basically. I don't know. I feel like there would be more characters to be talked about sooner. And I'm wondering how the cleaning lady and this boy would meet and for what purpose. As for the octopus, something sweet happened. So adorable. The thing with the key and the fact that this octopus did see the son of the cleaning lady at the bottom of the sea. Yeah, so they are really developing this friendship, and how at night when the cleaning lady is gonna clean, the octopus actually reaches out his tentacle and then wraps it around the lady's arm, and I think that's just adorable. Okay, so loving this so far. The book that I'm reading on the Kindle is The Fourth Monkey by J.D. Barker. This is my first J.D. Barker book. Saw this on a Facebook group. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I've been ignoring it, but I have heard good reviews of this. So, it's good. Okay, if you are not familiar with The Fourth Monkey, so there's actually a painting. I think it's a Japanese painting. Painting or sculptures, I'm not sure. Piece of art. Wherein there are monkeys, right? So there's the monkey that's covering his ears, and then the monkey covering the eyes, and then the mouth, right? So it's like see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, and then do no evil. Basically, there is a serial killer who is doing like cutting off the ears because it's like hear no evil. And then after a few days, after cutting the ears of a victim, he's gonna send it to the family of the victim. And then after a couple of days, he's gonna cut the eyes, take it out and then send it to the family. And then another day, like the tongue would be cut and then sent to the family again. And then after the final is do no evil, wherein they would discover the body. So it's torture. But this is quite unique because right from the beginning of the book, the killer is already dead. Okay, so the main mystery is they're trying to figure out where the current victim is because they saw that this killer was about to send in the ears. And then he got run over by a bus. So he died. So he's gone. So no one can tell them where the current Yeah, where the current victim is, basically. So I am, I think, 20% through this one. Also, I am reading this just a tad bit. I am reading this one non-fiction book, but which surprisingly it is also on KU, and it is the book Surrounded by Idiots. And I'm reading this because my sister-in-law is interested in this, and I just want to read it and give my feedback on it, and so we can talk about it. Yeah. So it sounds very cynical, but actually, just even the preface of the book, it's already saying that you shouldn't think that other people are idiots. Man with suspended license joins court call while driving. Can you imagine that happening to you? Okay, good morning. Oops, it's 11:50. Did not wake up early today, but I am logging early. I am having my coffee. We'll be having our lunch. It's the leftover pritong tilapia last night. And here's my son. I was planning to drive to SM today, but then I realized that it's spiral parking there, and I have not, like, I have zero experience. Okay, something is wrong. So I'm thinking, what if? Okay, so there's the cleaning lady, lost her son. The other main character that we have is, dude, what's his name? Cameron. Cameron. So, like I said, his mom checked out and he never knew his dad. Okay? What if Eric, the son of the cleaning lady, is Cameron's dad? And that is their connection. Like, that is why I am seeing the cleaning lady's perspective and this random orphan's perspective. But you know, just a thought. And this is obviously literary fiction. Either way, I'm already enjoying the book, loving the writing. So the actual story doesn't even matter. Currently, I am 60% through the fourth monkey. Why am I holding this up? Okay, yeah. Am I 64% through? Actually, 67%. And I have about 2 hours remaining of the book. And I'm just so confused because, well, not confused, I'm loving it, okay? Even if I'm not getting all of the twists, it doesn't even matter because I am loving the journey, and I would actually prefer it if I did not know anything. Still, they're looking for the girl who is missing. We're still reading through the diary entries. It says, don't stop reading. I need you to understand what I have done. And that is so ominous. And okay, I started reading this a couple of months back, I think, and I actually had an annotation when I started. Oh, I actually annotated that. And what I wrote was, are some of our journals just absolution for our sins? And dude, I don't know what was going on in my head right at that moment. I don't even remember typing in this annotation. Maybe it was at the middle of the night when my brain is like on overdrive. Okay, so anyway, I'm so excited. This is like a 4.5 star read for me at the moment. There was like talks of like property, taxes, laws, offshore accounts, that, you know, those kinds of topics don't really interest me that much. And at this point I was like reading over the pages, I'm like barely grasping it. There's a part there that you need to actually understand what's going on with that part. But in all relative aspects of it explaining, wasn't that bad. So. Dude, you would not believe what I'm doing. Well, the kids are sleeping and I am making lugaw from scratch. I don't know, for some reason this year May is sort of like adventurous for me, because learning how to drive, like I said, and also trying to cook more, not just the fried stuff. In other news, I am still reading The Fourth Monkey. I am actually almost done with this book. I feel like I'm going to be finishing this today. It is... I am so proud of myself because for once I finally guessed one aspect of the story. But still, that's gotta stir. Well, you know, it's the thought that counts. Okay, the moment of truth. Okay, I think I cooked too little. Look at the yellow of this egg though. I added the calamansi already.
C5.
Sorry, guys.
Tapos Skyway.
Wait, Masters.
Kanina naman, talagang meron kami na Ka William. Nasa...
Okay, in other news, Taylor Swift has bought back her masters. And so we can listen to all of the OG T Swift albums without guilt.
Bye. Bye.
Binga binga bing. Dude, and you know what's happening right now? Reputation is #1 on the iTunes chart. Like, it's no different as if Rep TV came out and Swifties has bought the new album. Because they're repurchasing Reputation right now and debut the moment that everyone knows that it's Taylor's again. So that's great. Also, I finished the book I was reading, The Fourth Monkey. I'm giving it like 4 stars, like 3.5 to 4 stars. That's the vibe. It sort of lost me a little bit at the end when the villain was sort of like cocky. I just didn't like that part. Yeah, but am I continuing on with the series? Right now, no, because I have quenched my thirst for the crime fiction. So I am still continuing Remarkably Bright Creatures. I am, I think, 40%, 46% through this book. I'm also reading What Alice Forgot by Liane Moriarty. That's what I'm reading on my Kindle right now. And, dude, that book. Okay, I've been reading it slowly. I've been reading it since April, I think, but I don't read it continuously. But each time I jump back into it, it captures me again. And I think now that I am around 40% through, I think I might just finish it within the weekend. Yeah, so today is Saturday. I think I started this vlog Saturday as well. Yo, vlog. Look what I made. Yes. I made this! Okay, it's steamed broccoli with butter and chicken teriyaki. But admittedly, I did cheat a bit because the chicken is pre-marinated. So, but I'm just glad I didn't burn it. And I'm just waiting for the Coke. I'm just waiting for the Coke to come because I think I would like to, you know, it's so hot. What is this vlog even now? It's a mishmash of everything. I am 50% through that book. Basically, the synopsis is this lady... Oh, Coke. Yeah, basically, it's about this lady. She fell off her bike. I think it's a stationary bike at the gym. So she was working out. She hit her head. And basically what happened to her is she has no memory of what happened with her during the last 10 years of her life. So when she woke up, she knew that she was turning 30, but actually she's turning 40. And she is, like, 10 years ago, she was happily married with, like, yes, with her husband, to her husband, and they were, like, both just, you know, having plans, the house. She was pregnant with her first child, and now in the current life, the actual life. Hi, babe. Yeah, where was I? Yes, so wrapping up, 10 years ago, she's happily married. She is planning out how to fix up this house that they bought, and then also she's pregnant with her first child. They're so excited, and then suddenly she is on the brink of her divorce, and she has 3 children, and she has seen them, and she's like, I don't know who these people are, but apparently I'm their mom. So it's like a huge update, revamp of her life, and she's surprised to know that her current relationship with her sister isn't very good. And she's like wondering why that is, because 10 years ago, or life as she knew it, her and her sister, they got along so well. So unwrapping all that up, what's gonna happen? Her husband Nick seems to hate her a lot, and it feels like he would never agree to cancel the divorce. But also I feel so bad for Alice, because the person that she became is someone who she would scoff at 10 years ago. So I don't know how this novel is gonna end, and I'm so intrigued. Plus, there is talk about infertility regarding her sister's situation. The narrative style is so good. The relatability, amazing. The first book that I read from Liane Moriarty is My Husband's Secret, and I can't even remember what that story is about, so I might reread it. Yeah, but so far, I love Liane Moriarty.
Cheesy Pops.
Cheesy Pops. Parang first time mo kumain ng broccoli
Pops.
Broccoli
Baka
Pops.
ganito.
You like the
Talaga?
broccoli? You eat
First
it
time
with the
kasi
chicken
hindi
too.
kumain nito eh.
Eat the chicken too, babe.
ba?
You eat the chicken and broccoli and rice together.
Good morning. Dude, the weather has been so gloomy recently in the morning. My son's allergies are kicking up super badly. Right, like I said. I forgot to mention that I have so pretty, look. Ignore the hands, but the nails are so cute. Yes, they are lilac. My sister-in-law painted them for me, and they use this very witty Coco is the name of the. Oh wait, what do they do? What do they do?
Told you.
What do influencers do?
I told you you know we we told you and
you say?
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oop.
Mommy, bye.
Okay.
Mommy, your video. This is my video.
Yes. Okay, what was I? Like I said, it's Coco. Short for curated colors. Like, what the heck? Who thought of that name? Genius. This is Vice Cosmetics. Okay, and I've tried a Vice Cosmetics item before. I think it was a blush. Actually pretty good. Yeah, so where am I with the reading? Not sure if I talked about me DNFing Surrounded by Idiots, because this book is basically a lot of fluff. I mean, perhaps because I have no. Not because I have background in psychology, but it's just in general pretty boring. No other word is coming to my mind. I mean, at first, the first chapter or two was okay, but then I really wanted more concrete examples from this author, especially when he was giving the different personalities, right? So the red, blue, yellow, green, they are kinds of people. Red for dominant people, green for stability people, and then blue for compliance, yellow for inspiring people. Okay, and he said that there is not one single personality for each person, obviously. Well, there is, he says, but it's not as common. But what is more common is people having two main combinations, like a dominant, inspiring person. I don't think that's a common one, but yeah, basically there's like those kinds of things, and then he gives out what these people do, but not enough concrete examples, in my opinion. Yeah, so also it sort of teaches you to know the personality of the people around you and like perceiving them, and then how do they perceive you, and in a way to act accordingly, so you can, I mean, the book is not saying it like this, but it's mainly know who they are and how they look at you, so you know how to manipulate them and get them to do what you want them to do, which in, you know, I think maybe all leadership kind of stuff is like that. So at the end of that, I think around 30%. And then I am continuing what Alice forgot. Oh, I'm 70% through this book. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is getting so juicy. Okay. Especially with... Dude, I am so curious as to why they are divorcing, because everyone's being cryptic about it. I mean, they do give answers, but it's just like, you know, the crumbs. Like, you have little idea what they actually... You know, I feel so bad for Alice, because she really scorns the type of person that she became. Dude, I forgot to film while cooking. And Yanyan and I already ate, actually. I tried my hand on a very simple garlic butter shrimp. Only my husband and Gab are gonna eat. So this is enough for them. Also, my husband can't eat too much seafood because he is going to have his allergies. Hey! What's going on? No fighting.
I eat just to go.
You already eat.
Wait a
Finish.
minute, I just want to have a mommy time. I'm a princess with a man.
Okay, I know I raved about my nails already a while ago,
Look, I'm
but
a ballerina.
it's just so pretty. And the fact that it matches the Kindle skin. I'm sorry, I feel so vain. But it's just like the perfect match. Oh no. I'm obsessed.
Nubos mo!
Hindi ah. Tingnan mo po yung picture kanina.
Luto mo.
Adobo, sabi mo. Hello. So last night I finished What Alice Forgot, and this book is great. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. 4 stars. Yeah. So I love the writing the most. Like, I mean, the most words. Okay. What I love most about this book is the writing. So Liane Moriarty is definitely an author I would read from again. And the conclusion to the story, who she ends up with. Will she get back with her husband and not go through with the divorce, or will she stick with this new boyfriend? And also getting that perspective of what you've become, like a younger version of you and your current version, the older version, like letting them coexist, okay, and not maybe criticizing the young version of you to be so naive, and also not thinking that your older self or your current self is quite cynical and, you know, jaded by life. So it's really nice. I really like books that make you think about life like that. And she did end up with a person that I wanted her to end up with, because the buildup was just there. And at first I thought it was not gonna happen the way I wanted it to happen, but I'm glad that Liane chose the correct ending for this book. Dude, people of the internet. Okay, it's my first time making adobo. As you can see, excuse the mess, the vitamins. And it tastes, well, if I may be frank, it tastes good, but I think I need to stir it now. If I can cook adobo, you can definitely do whatever you want with your life. Dude, it smells so good. Okay, I think I gotta turn off the heat now.
Sarap maga.
Totoo?
Malambot eh. Kaya di maalat, mamaya.
When everyone gets a trophy, they will win the Women Here Prize for the post. The ashes, ashes, you'll fall down.
Hello vlog. So I finished Remarkably Bright Creatures last night, and 3.5 stars. Okay, I liked it. Loved the octopus. It sort of gave me the House of the Cerulean Sea vibes, which not in the aspect of it being preachy, but the fact that it's spelling it out for me every step of the way. So like I said, there's this mystery, right? And the reveal is not as done with much finesse as opposed to, say, how Jennifer Hillier does it. Like when she gives you the reveal, you already know that it's coming, and you know for a fact that that's the twist. But then when Jennifer Hillier reveals it, it feels like, yeah, great. But for this one, I'm like more of course, duh. Like, that's the feeling that I got. Yeah, it also gave me Man Called Uva vibes because of the old lady. But I think let me just be clear, okay? I just wanted more of the octopus. I mean, I understand that it's not so much that we can get from the octopus perspective, because he is in an aquarium, so he doesn't really have like adventures. Yeah. There's a lot of moving around the aquarium, but also it's like he's risking his life out here, okay, for something that seems to be so insignificant, but not really, you know. Yeah. There's a good wrap up to it as well towards the end. Like so the woman is grieving her son. Eventually she also grieves the octopus who has helped her with her family, like at least get a little bit of closure. But yeah, I wanted something more. I can't really articulate what I'm looking for more, but it didn't hit me as much as I thought it would. Hence the 3.5 stars. Oh well, it would have been 4 stars, but the 3.5 stars is because I felt like it was, yeah, like I said, spelling it out too clearly. Like, I have a brain. I mean, yeah. Okay, so anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.